This morning I observed our kindergarten teacher through the instructional lens of a campus administrator. At the time that I observed, the teacher conducted her daily routine of calendar time, where she reviewed days of the week, place value, tally marks, tens frames, and counting through songs and cooperative learning strategies. She later transitioned into a group read aloud where she reviewed the parts of a book and the role of the illustrator. Throughout the reading, the teacher stopped to think aloud and discuss topics such as rhyming words and retelling using beginning, middle, and end. The class then transitioned into centers and guided reading small groups. Throughout the observation, I took very detailed notes describing what the teacher was doing, what the students were doing, and how they were responding. I also noted topics to compliment the teacher on, as well as suggestions for better instructional practices. Throughout the observation, I did get the feeling that the schedule was consistent and the students were very aware of the everyday practices and classroom expectations. It was apparent that the teacher regularly encourages cooperative learning activities such as Think, Pair, Share, and students seem to feel safe and are willing to take risk in the classroom. The students were very excited to go to centers and seemed to enjoy that time, ultimately making this engagement high. While in the kindergarten classroom, I noticed many positive instructional practices being put into place, as well as some areas for improvement. Some of the positive practices that I noticed were the use of classroom expectations, cooperative learning strategies, student movement, and high student engagement through songs, discussions, and class participation. While the teacher did a great job at engaging the students for an extended amount of time, there were a few suggestions that I had to offer. For instance, I noticed that the students were tattling quite a bit, and I feel that by having a system in place for this behavior would have been beneficial and eliminated some of the instructional time that was wasted by solving these problems. A good method that could be used is by teaching and practicing the I message. This allows students to express their feelings to one another and come to a consensus on their own. There was also a time when the teacher reminded students of an upcoming ice cream party, and instead of reinforcing good behavior with the reminder, she used it as a consequence. As a learning experience, I would probably recommend more positive reinforcement being used in the classroom instead of using these types of things against them. But overall, as a first-year teacher, I believe that she did a great job. And if I were her administrator, I would continue to coach her on these instructional practices and conduct follow-up evaluations to make sure that the practices being discussed were implemented effectively. Thank you.